Hi, Elizabeth Ricker here. I recently gave a talk at Blinkist and there were some leftover questions from that talk, so I'll dive into them here. So there were two questions that kind of related to each other, so I'll tell you both of them and then the answers. So the first one was, do you have a list of these 15-minute experiments somewhere, or are they all just in your book? So they're talking about the 15-minute self-experiments where you focus on a particular mental target and then you spend 15 minutes a day for a designated period of time, and then you find out which of two different options seems to be working better for your particular brain at improving that mental target. And the short answer is they are in my book, but there are also a few of them that are freely available on my website. If you go to ericker.com and look for self-experiments, I think it's in the resources tab, and you should be able to find them there. Another question that is related to this is, how often do we need to do the self-experiments to know that the intervention is the one that works? This is a great question. I go into a lot of examples and depth in the book, especially in a chapter called Nuts and Bolts, where I provide a schedule for self-experiment. But on average, for the types of interventions that I selected in my book, and there's about 7 interventions there, for those interventions, it's going to be about 15 to 30 times that you'll need to do each intervention. And that might sound daunting, but actually it can go by pretty quick. There's an experiment that I'm running right now where it just takes 5 minutes when you first wake up and 5 minutes right before you go to bed. And so that's 2 sessions, and then you would do it for 15 days. So that's twice a day for 15 days, and that would give you a sufficient sample size to actually know what version of this experiment was working best for you. So yeah, hopefully that answers that question. And again, there's more in my book, Smarter Tomorrow, and there's also more on my website, ericker.com. Happy neurohacking.